All right, back here on NFL Live, the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes down to 4 teams, according to our Adam Schefter. We got the Jets, the Cardinals, the Broncos, and the Vikings. So what if Kirk Cousins lands in Arizona? Well, here's what we know. They got a new head coach after Bruce Arians retired. Steve Wilks takes over. Wilks will get the opportunity to coach Larry Fitzgerald for at least one season, as the 11-time Pro Bowler announced in February that he's going to play the season. But the big question will be, who is Fitz going to catch the ball from, right? So with Carson Palmer's retirement, the Cardinals currently have 0 quarterbacks under contract for 2018. That is an issue. It's already March, but they certainly have a lot to look forward to there with the free. Zero. The amount of practices Odell's going to do in the preseason, right? Wasn't that his answer on Twitter? Zero.
Right.
Meantime, we're talking Arizona here. It's overreaction Monday. I'm going to say a statement. These guys are going to tell me whether or not it's an overreaction. So, will the Cardinals make the playoffs if they sign Kirk Cousins? Teddy, is that an overreaction?
I'm going to say not an overreaction. As you can tell, I value the quarterback position, and Kirk Cousins could bring that stability, something they haven't had. You know, Carson Palmer's been in and out of the lineups. You don't know who's going to start. You got 0 quarterbacks right now. But what Steve Wilks is going to bring to that team is that Carolina defensive scheme coming over. I see Chandler Jones endless off the edge. It's what he's going to be, getting off the quarterback, linebackers running and hitting. That defensive philosophy from Carolina is coming to Arizona. I think that can be a new top unit. Peterson, Wilks was a defensive backs coach. Peterson is going to have a great year, Patrick Peterson, and playing that cornerback spot. So that defense needing some offensive production, Kirk Cousins can bring it. They can do it.
We talked earlier about the Jets, and you were against that. You didn't think the Jets didn't have enough pieces around him, but you think the Cards certainly do. So
having Fitzpatrick is big too.
Yes. Sure. Overreaction that Kirk Cousins can lead the Cardinals to the postseason.
I'm going overreaction for the same reasons I didn't think this was a great coaching gig for the open vacancies, because this is a very tough division. This is a division where you have to play the Pete Carrolls and Russell Wilsons. You have to play the Shanahans and the Jimmy G's, the Sean McVays and the Jared Goffs. I just feel like there's too much offensive firepower in here, and these are all 3 budding teams that, regardless if Kirk Cousins is on this roster or not, they finish last in the division.
Yeah, a little harmony between Hawk and I here, as I believe it is an overreaction that Kirk Cousins would make the Arizona Cardinals a playoff team right away. I like the division point that you made. Difficult division to win in. Beyond that, we always talk about what's the best way to slow down an opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And that offensive line in Arizona makes any quarterback uncomfortable, whether it's someone like Kirk Cousins, who prefers to play from in the pocket, or Russell Wilson, who is Houdini, inside and outside of the pocket. The offensive line needs a ton of work. And other than Larry Fitzgerald, who is a consistent pass catcher on that offense, yes, I understand David Johnson, but amongst the tight ends and wide receivers.
Yeah, we don't know what it looks like with David Johnson anymore. It's like we've forgotten about it.
I know.
Sure. No, that
I know.
there.
It's like, oh, yeah, he's
is
there.
he even going to be there? It's
Right.
like, he fell off the face of the earth. It's been so long since we've seen him play, but he still is one of the best players in the league when healthy, and that's a big, in quotation marks, when healthy.
Well, we talked about how Larry Fitzgerald is a phenomenal pass catcher, but he's also apparently a pretty good recruiter. How about Kirk Cousins posting this on his Instagram over the weekend? Ran into Fitz in the airport yesterday. He's a great recruiter. Okay, so apparently Kirk agrees with me there.
He's going. There
He's going. It's set. He's signing right there.